Hey guys, welcome back to another motorcycle stream. And remember from our last video, did a countryside drive on Snake Road. Well, this time we're headed to the city of Wilkes Barre in Luzerne County. Currently on Wyoming Avenue, and we're making our way towards Kingston. And then we're gonna cross over the Market Street Bridge and head through some of the different streets and areas of Wilkes Barre. And of course, you guys will have the rider's view as I mount you on my chest. But I do have room for one more on back. So if you want, hop on and come along with me. Okay, so now that we got you on the right angle here, we're going to continue going south on Wyoming Avenue. This is US Route 11. And we're going to pass through Exeter here, then Wyoming, 44th, and then Kingston. And then once we reach the Market Street Bridge, we'll cross over near the Kirby Park Zoo, head into Market Street Square, and show you some of the iconic buildings down there. So enjoy the ride. I wanted to stop and show you the former richest golf center, which is straight ahead of us here, right behind Victory Pig. This was a driving range, mini golf, bumper boat, arcade, fun center that's been sitting abandoned here for a number of years now. Even been on the market, but they can't sell it because it's landlocked. They won't allow, the owners of Victory Pig won't allow them to use their property to access this property here. So it's kind of like in a standstill. And it's pretty unfortunate because it was a great location. It was clean, they had a lot to offer. Pretty good golf course. You know, they had a double-decker driving range. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see from this perspective here, but there's like a castle in the background. There's a tiki guys, a snake head up top. But I did do a walkthrough of this once it became abandoned. So if you want to see that video, you can find it down below in the description, but the future is unknown. It's unfortunate that they can't utilize it. It could easily be reopened. It's only been abandoned for maybe 4 or 5 years at the most, I think. Maybe not even that long. But when you get people who are not willing to cooperate with you as property owners and neighbors, it creates a kind of a tough situation. So I just wanted to give you a quick update and share that with you. So on the right up here, the blue building is Booyah Burgers. One of my new favorite places to eat, and I cannot wait to return. Along this road too, you'll find a lot of gorgeous homes. Some pretty decent sized ones as well. Ones that have some nice decorative elements and some age to them as well. And in case you're wondering, today is a Sunday. It's, I believe, beginning of June now. We just got done having a little heat wave with near 90-degree temperatures and high humidity. Today is around 60 degrees, breezy, no humidity, and it's making for some fantastic riding weather. I'm actually wearing a hoodie because it is kind of chilly, but it's better than sweating your butt off, so I'll take it. Couldn't pass up the opportunity to go for a ride and share a different part of Northeast Pennsylvania with you. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is 40 Fort. On the left here is the 40 Fort Cemetery. And we'll be coming into Kingston in just a few moments. I do apologize for the bumpy roads, but not much we can do about that. Welcome to Kingston, Pennsylvania. This is a great place to call home. Not sure about that, but we are indeed here. Now this Route 11, if you continue it all the way south, here an ice cream truck. It's the same route that we took for Allen's Jeep Parade, but it'll take you down to Edwardsville, Plymouth, Nanticoke, and then eventually Hemlock Creek and Berwick, down towards that way, Bloomsburg area. Now we're making a left, not too far up ahead on Market Street. It's that big bridge that has the eagles on it. We actually walked underneath it to check the floodwaters on a live stream several weeks ago, and we're going to be passing the Kirby Park Zoo where I showed the old zoo remains. Curious about gas prices. It's ranging around here from $2.14 to just on our right here, $2.04 cash price. So you can still find some deals if you shop around. I do know Sam's Club, which is a membership store, they have their gas pumps there, and as long as you're a member, you can get it for around $1.94 still under $2 there, which is pretty good for this part of Pennsylvania. On the right here used to be a big nightclub called Amnesia. Used to be popular in the 90s, died out in the 2000s. Next to that is the Kingston Armory, where they have the circus and some shows there, used to anyways. And next to this is Kirby Park, where we did the Kirby Park Zoo Remnants Tour. So if you want to see that, I'll share that down below in the description as well. And now straight ahead is Market Street Bridge. It's a gateway to the city of Wilkes Barre. Just off to the left used to be a hotel called the Hotel Sterling. That was knocked down several years ago. I came close to getting inside to get a film of it, but I missed my opportunity. But it was right where this big open vacant lot is, straight ahead on our left. The only thing that's left of it is the annex building, which they are rehabilitating for college use. But this is downtown Wilkes Barre. We're going to take some of the roads here. I'm actually stop and show you one of the buildings I did film in the past. When we get closer to that, we'll get off and give you a view of it. So right here on the left, this big iconic building is the Irem Temple. So for this segment, I'm going to use my phone to capture the video here of the Irem Temple, just because it's easier to zoom in and out if I need to. But this is a building, a very iconic building that I did film a number of years ago. Right now it is fenced up, it's posted, there's actually security cameras. That's because they did secure funding to rehabilitate and transform this into a public venue for concerts, marketplace, art gallery. That is the proposed plans. Those plans have been in the works for years now, even when I first did my video a number of years ago. But they since secured money and are supposed to make any necessary repairs, which is supposed to be in excess of $1 million just to repair the building, and then to transform it into whatever they plan on doing is going to cost additional funds. But I am very thankful, though. I got to see the inside of it when I did, and to know that it's going to be saved. Now you probably can see it is not in the best conditions. There is broken windows, but I mean, it doesn't get any cooler than that, though. I mean, look at that view. These turrets, though, if you want to call them that, or I guess turrets, there's actually ladders that go up to them. I never climbed up. I didn't feel comfortable, but we did go into the shafts of those, and we were able to look up and see daylight. I also did get drone footage of this place as well. But the big, large area, that is the backstage area. The main area of the building here is the theater area with balcony seating, and it's just a one-of-a-kind place. I'm going to walk around and give you a view from the different sides of it here. Now you can see right there, just say Irem Temple, 1907. Now this is the main entrance here, and just the ornate decorative artwork, I'm going to try to focus here so it doesn't go blurry, is just incredible. I mean, it's like you would see in another country. But there is cameras. There's a camera facing me right there in the middle. There's sensors. I do believe they did reinstate power to the building. But I did cover the full history on it. So again, my first video that I did here, I did do all the homework to share its lifespan. I've always wanted to do another update here, so I'm glad to be able to share this with you at the moment. You can even see that top turret. It has sustained some damage. Part of the roof is gone from it. But this is, I'm gonna have to snap a couple of photos here. It just looks too good. Now I actually did speak to one of the board directors who's in charge of the rehabilitation of this place, and he did talk to me about my video and thanked me for documenting it when I did, and said if I came in a later time when this fence was here, we'd be having a different conversation. So he was understanding, respectful. He knew that I showed respect. But he did say, though, that once this place does get transformed, whether it's next year or 5 years down the road, whatever it does take place, that I could return and do a complete before and after, you know, show how it's transformed, show what it has to offer now. So that's pretty cool to know that a place like this that holds so much history in the city of Wilkes Barre, I got to see its before, and eventually we'll be able to see its after, and I'll be able to kind of, certain videos I do kind of fade ins and fade outs, kind of teleport back in time. So I'll be able to show how a room used to look, how it looks after it's converted. and to see what people could expect if they come here for a music venue or for a art gallery or whatever they want to have. But I did speak to someone regarding the video and this location, and that will happen sometime in the future, so be on the lookout for that. So he was looking from the corner here. Now, homeless people used to live here too, and down this way is where you used to be able to gain access. As you know, I never break into buildings. I don't break windows, I don't break doors, I don't cut chains. If I can't easily just get into it, I don't go in. But this was opened up from homeless people and explorers. It's been documented by other people, but I did do my part in documenting as well. You're going to want to cross over the bridge up here, which is the Market Street Bridge. Make a right and you'll see signs for 81. One thing you'll find a lot of down here is churches and some gorgeous buildings that are, a lot of them are reconverted for college use. But just everywhere you look though, there's something to see. Here's Movies 14 right here on the left, and a freshly paved road. It's nice and black and smooth. Movie theaters are of course closed right now. I am noticing a lot of people out today, most of which are wearing masks. Oh yeah, this is closed over here. So I think we're gonna get out, do a little walking around. We're gonna pull over here and get a little foot action here. So I'm gonna keep the camera rolling on my chest here, make it easier, but this is Market Street Square. It says Wilkes-Barre Fort, completed 1778, closing the courthouse of the Connecticut County of Westmoreland. Surrendered with 40 fort to the British in 1778. They do hold numerous events here. They have parades around here for St. Patrick's Day and Christmas. They also have car shows here, motorcycle shows. And again, there is nightclubs and businesses and a lot of things that cater to college students. There's even some plaques here. Here's about the founders. Fort Wilkes-Barre, 1778. Honorable John Wilkes, Colonel Isaac Barry. Combined makes Wilkes-Barre, 1913. This monument was erected by the Wyoming Valley chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, assisted by Sons of the Revolution, to mark the spot where Fort Wilkes-Barre stood in 1778 at the time of the Wyoming Massacre. Wyoming Massacre, we've talked about too, from that 1700s cemetery, and I believe John Wilkes is buried there. I'll link that video down below in the description. I was with Cliff the Wandering Woodsman, and I remember there was a plaque there at that cemetery talked about John Wilkes, which is off near Ransom, off Coxton Road. So, learn something new every day. I never knew that. Public Square Park, historically the interior of Public Square, or as it's known originally, the town plot that served a variety of needs. Laid out 1733 by Colonel John Durkee, been the setting for a market house, fireproof storage building for records, a boys' academy, Shib Zion Church, and succession of 3 courthouses. And not to knock people on their situations, I know a lot of people are facing difficult times, but this place, the city especially, is known for some people that are hard on their luck. And of course, some pigeons. But for the most part, you know, it is a safe place to come, at least during the daytime. Nighttime may be questionable. Wilkes Barre used to be a really bad town, bad city. But I'm trying to get my orientation. I don't know everything all that well. I'm trying to find where Kirby Center is. That's why I couldn't find the Kirby Center. It's blocked behind the crane, and it's right here in front of us. Closed temporarily, but it is indeed right there. Well, let's get back on the bike, cruise a few more roads, and then we're going to end up things at the Wilkes Barre train station. Here's Boscov's. Got one of those in Scranton as well at the Scranton Marketplace. So this building right here holds some significant history. It doesn't look like much to the ordinary person, but this is actually the founding location of Planters Peanuts. You guys, most of you know what Planters Peanuts is, the Planter Peanuts Company with Mr. Peanut. This was the original location by Amadeo Obishi, 1906. This is the business office building. The factory itself used to be back here, which has been demolished a long time ago. But I did do a video on this building as well a number of years ago. That will be linked down below in the description. They have since sealed it up much better than what it used to. It actually had like a brand new front door on it. But most people don't know Planters Peanuts did start here in Wilkes Barre. It's actually pictures of the Mr. Peanut guy walking here on the sidewalk in costume. So if you want to check out that video, learn the history about it, again, you can find that link down below in the description. There's a side view. They did do a pretty good job. Looks like they even have some new windows installed and some fresh plywood, so it's no longer accessible. Wasn't a whole lot to see in there, but it was cool to get into a piece of history like that. This right here is a bank. It's been abandoned for many, many years. The top actually has apartments which were still occupied up until a couple years ago, but now the building is posted. I believe it's completely empty and abandoned, but it is a former bank. If you guys want to pause the video right there, you can read that if you want. But again, my video does cover the history of the Planters Peanut Company. We're gonna hop back on the bike. I actually did forget there's another location down here I did film as well. A row of abandoned houses that were once college dorms, and now they are home to squatters and vagrants. So we're gonna take a ride down there and give you a quick updated look at those. And of course, the link for that video you'll find down below as well. All right, so we got several homes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 homes here. Most of which are duplexes except for that one. These are all abandoned. These were once college dormitories, and for one reason or another they did become abandoned. They actually left with everything still inside, but they are now home to vagrants, and this area is a very well-known area for drug activity. So I did not go in these properties because I wasn't comfortable going alone, and there is signs of people that are coming and going, but they are still sitting here. Most likely still people occupying them. And again, I did do a walk around video, kind of like I'm doing now. I did look through some of the windows, so if you guys want to check it out, you'll find the link down below. But it was kind of eerie. You know, everything was left behind, furniture and everything. Even though they are boarded up, some of these boards are just kind of laying there. You know, so people do come and go. Like this one, this door pushes right open. That's not even closed. I could get in there if I wanted to. Someone just comes and goes through here, but that is just pushed closed. That'll open right up. I wouldn't feel safe going in unless I had other people with me and I had the proper protection, but I'm sure there's many more homes like this down this way that are indeed abandoned. This one is locked up more securely. They do have a padlock on it. But again, it's not the best neighborhood. I wouldn't advise going in these alone either, especially nighttime. But they are really big houses. They were once personal residences, and then the college bought them out, and they were putting students in here for dormitory, you know, for living. And I guess they just fell on, I don't know if they were bought out, fell on disrepair or whatever happened, but they were forced to leave, and mostly everything is left behind. Furniture, personal items. That window's open up there, but without a doubt, people do frequent these either to do, you know, unfavorable activities. They probably live here. And the way I word it is that although whoever's in these houses doesn't own the houses, they do consider it their home. And if someone was to randomly walk into your home, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to defend it. You're going to protect yourself, defend your home. So that's why I wouldn't willingly go walk in these, knowing people do take up residence in here. So even though, you know, I have a right to be here as much as they do, or vice versa, it's just not the most appropriate thing to do, at least by yourself. Because when people are under the influence, they do have questionable behavior. And I'm not knocking anyone that's in hard times. You know, some people misconstrue that, saying, oh, you know, people are down in their luck. I get that. I was down in my luck at one time too, almost to the point of, you know, losing everything. But I did turn things around, thankfully. Hopefully these people do as well. But if they do consider this their home, I don't want to walk in there by myself, unarmed, and not know what to expect. So that's why I never went into these houses. Not sure if I ever will in the future, but also I forgot to mention too, when I was in the back of these houses, there's actually a cop car in another parking lot watching me to see what I was doing. I don't know if they thought I was someone that was maybe going to be going inside. I was walking around with the camera like this, and once I left, they left. But they were watching me. I did get them on camera, so it was a kind of unusual experience, but I did forget about these. But these are in the nearby vicinity of the Planters Peanut Factory and downtown Wilkes Barre. So now we're going to head to the Wilkes Barre train station, the final location on today's tour, and we'll wrap things up from there. All right, so here we are. This is the former CNJ, Central New Jersey train station. There's a passenger station and hotel. Up on top is all the hotel rooms. You can tell with the signal there used to be tracks here on both sides of it. Last passenger service I believe was around 1970 if I'm not mistaken. I did do a few videos here, the first of which I did cover the extensive history as to when it was built and when it was transitioned over to different businesses, and last operated as Banana Joe's nightclub back in the early 2000s. That's when the last time it was opened, last time I was here as a business. And this used to be encompassed by train cars. If you could imagine, and if you do some Google searching of Wilkes Barre train station, these used to have, I think, passenger and freight cars around the whole exterior, which was used as interior space. So what you're looking at right now is the original station itself. But when it used to be operational, this was inside floor space. There would be train cars out here. So you'd be inside the train cars for bars, for dance area, just interior space to make it larger. It had the beach vibe to it. And again, this is like a dance floor here. There was bars around it. I do remember a good deal of it. And the way we used to get in here was right here. There was double doors right there, and you used to just walk right in. And I'm talking about when it was abandoned. This was never sealed up. It was never posted. It was frequented by vagrants. There's a friend of mine named Robbie Maynard who made a video here a number of years ago when the train cars were still here, and he actually found a woman living upstairs. Kind of startled him. We saw lots of signs of people living here, and each time we came back it was more and more decayed, vandalized, destroyed. But the eventual culmination of this being sealed up the way it is now is because explorers who I'm not familiar with, I never found out who exactly they are, came exploring here late 2019 and discovered what I was told, a body upstairs. Someone hung themselves. I don't know any more details. They didn't really release much information about it. They kind of kept it on the DL. So I don't know much about it, except that it did draw attention to get this sealed up because they don't want more people taking their life or to be going in here because it is, you know, rather unsafe now. This was the kitchen area. This is the basement area. They had all the hookups for, you know, the soda dispensers and stuff like that. But this was kitchen upstairs. They have a dumbwaiter. They used to take things up to the upstairs. So it's hard to imagine what you see now, what I'm describing. But again, train cars around the whole property. But it is left now as how it originally started. So it's an iconic building. What the reports were is that they did remove the train cars back in 2018 because they were going to revitalize this building, turn it into businesses. They were going to actually have multiple businesses occupy this. And for whatever reason, either the property didn't sell or they couldn't find tenants or whatever it is, but I believe this whole property is still for sale. It just didn't come to fruition. I think it would be an incredible building to buy and to rehab and turn it into like a studio, you know, for photo shoots, and to have like maybe a museum of like remnants and relics from Wilkes Barre or from the train station era. You know, there's multiple possibilities. It just takes funding to do that. But this is your 2020 updated look at it. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed today's motorcycle stream as we came down to the city here of Wilkes Barre and did get to check out some of the more beautiful architecture and some of the buildings I have filmed in the past. And we finished up here at the Wilkes Barre train station, an iconic location. A word I've used many times, but it is the best way to describe it. Right across the street from Stegmeyer Brewery, which we can see back there. So if you happen to be one of the passengers on back, thanks for riding with me today. Hope you had a good time. Hope you didn't get any bugs in your face. It was an absolutely gorgeous day for riding, and I plan on doing many more of these when the weather permits, because it's not every day you get days like this. Low humidity, comfortable temperatures, and not a whole lot of traffic, so made for ideal riding conditions. If you happen to enjoy today's ride and this adventure, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, don't forget you can follow me on Facebook and check the description for not only the links that I mentioned for the videos, but my Patreon page, P.O. Box address, and merchandise shop link, which all help support future adventures and get to know me a bit better as a content creator. So with that said, thank you so much for watching today. Stay safe, and like always, I'll see you in the next video.